these components you need.
Yes?
I have the Goridium.
An amazing element, isn't it? Another gift from the comet.
Gift?
Like Elex, Goridium wasn't found here before the comet struck. Now these elements help drive our technology forward.
How do you know Elex and Goridium weren't here before the comet?
I have studied history and old technology. There are no traces of either element in the records or in the old world machines we salvage. It was the clerics who first began using Elex. While it is interesting to consider what the world might have been, the true value of knowledge is in what it will help us become.
What do you think of Elex?
Elex is a resource. It is only what we do with it that should be judged morally, not the substance itself.
I have the high-performance CPU.
I'll have to run some tests, but if it looks undamaged, we can be hopeful it will work. That's one good thing about military equipment. It is built to be durable. Some of it has survived for centuries.
Is it military equipment you're building with this?
Building? Well, the components are for... We will use them in the advance of technology to defeat the Albs.
You don't sound so sure.
Sure of what? Are you all right? You're not making much sense.
I was thinking the same thing.
Well, if you're worried, maybe we can get you some help after this is finished.
About these components you need.
Yes?
I found this hydraulic joint. Is this the type you need?
Yes, thank you. An incredible piece of engineering, isn't it? It's stronger and more durable than its organic cousin, but capable of replicating it. To think what Magalang would have become if the comet hadn't hit.
You think things would be different?
You mean would Magalan have destroyed itself if the comet hadn't struck? The Berserkers say so. I disagree. But the comet didn't just bring destruction, it also brought Elex. And it is Elex that gave those who survived the leap forward in technology that the clerics have driven. Mutants adapted to the new environment through Elex. We have done the same through technology. We adapt. We survive. We move forward.
If you say so. I think you should have the full set of the components you were searching for.
I agree. We should deliver them. I found these on our journey. You can put them to whatever use you see fit. Do you want the location? Are you ready to deliver the components?
Yes. Let's find your Legate.
Good. Here are the coordinates. These components are important. We should deliver them quickly.
Initiating.
Something tells me I will need this. About the Albs who are pursuing you. I have Bartox's head.
And so, we remove another useless Alb from the hybrid's ranks. Give me some time. I'll see what information I can find for you. I learned the code to open the Eastern Converter in Zakor. It is 0666. That should be useful to you.
And are you sure that this code is still current?
I would never have believed you would turn out to be a pessimist. Believe it. Believe in my skill. It's good information.
All three of your pursuers are dead.
Idiots. Well, at least they've given me a chance to prove my work. I told you they were imbeciles. Well, I can sleep freer. They're unlikely to spare more men to come after me for some time.
So, what will you do with it now?
Now? Now I think I'm going to go eat. I think we can help each other, Jax. Come and find me tomorrow. I will speak to you then.
Excellent.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Morganon. Bid you all welcome back to Elex. I did a lot of stuff since the last recording to try and get ahead of things. I explored a lot of the locations in Ignadon that were not really story relevant. It wasn't really a whole lot interesting to find. There was like a few reavers that seemed like they were important for something, but I couldn't really figure out why. There was no quest or anything involved with them, but I got a weapon from one of them, this modified grenade launcher, for what it's worth. Not that exciting. Just a fairly standard grenade launcher with a little bit more damage. But what I decided to do was wrap up the rest of the companion missions before, or as much as we can, before we move on. So I found the remaining items for Falk, and I also killed the last Albs commander for Arx. And Arx basically said he'll talk to me tomorrow.
There is a lot to learn here.
And then he kind of disappeared. So we're gonna rest away 24 hours and we'll double tap it just to be sure. But I just want to try and see if he actually does do anything, or if he has something that has to wait until like the next chapter. What's so fascinating about me sleeping 2 whole days away? It's a little weird to have Falk like watching me. But basically, Falk said he wants us to take all this stuff to his Legate. So we're gonna do that next, I guess, to see how that wraps up.
The lives they destroyed, and for what?
Doesn't seem like Arx is stuck around.
Don't mess with you.
Just says find him later. Okay, no, he is somewhere. You want inside? Is he down below? What has he done? I don't think there's any way to get below. Where the hell is he? Oh, there is a way. Okay, what are you planning?
Good. I've just finished my preparations. The Elex is ready.
How do you take it?
Take it. We eat it. We will dine together and share our meal with a few friends.
You have friends?
Oh, these friends are the closest you can imagine. And, as an added bonus, they will help us get into the minds of our enemies. Then follow me.
That was inappropriate.
Well, sorry, but this is a little scary looking. I'm not sure exactly what you're planning, and why does he say follow me and doesn't move? Oh. Okay. That was a shocking cutaway.
Here, the meal is ready.
The meal?
As you can see, the others, our special guests, are already there.
Who,
I'm
Falk?
very glad that you want to be here for this celebration of Albs' strength.
You want to eat that?
Most people don't understand this at first, but this really does have not just flavor, but strength. The Elex, concentrated by their minds, will help us feel what it is to be a true Alb. It feeds our strength. Here, I prepared this soup from the heads you brought me. Their brains may have been pitiful in life, but they concentrated the Elex they were given. Now, that Elex becomes ours.
So that's why you wanted me to bring you those heads.
I told you our plans were aligned. You got your information, didn't you?
And you got this by eating their brains?
Of course not. You can't read dead minds. I'd been to all those places myself.
Huh. Okay, so you were fucking with us.
You seriously want me to eat that?
If you want to turn down good food, that's up to you. Or are you judging me like they did in Zakor? Are you going to try to force me from this camp?
That depends. Are you going to try and eat me?
Commander Jax, favored servant of the hybrid. You must have a lot of Elex in that brain of yours. But I only eat what I kill. Are you going to make me kill you?
How about you stop eating people and work with me? If you really are only eating for nutrition and Elex, then what if I could show you an animal with concentrated Elex in it?
What animal? There's only one animal I can think of, but I don't know how I could find it.
Tell me where it is, and I will help you.
You would? Yes, well, maybe together we could bring it down.
So tell me about this creature. Where can we search for it?
I've heard of a Cyclops in the southwest of Tavar. It's rumored to have its own following of mutants that hunt out Elex for it. The heart of that creature, it would make for a meal beyond imagining.
Then I'll bring you the Cyclops' heart. But one thing before I do. Never lie to me again.
Yes. I have found it hard to find people I can trust. But I see I was wrong about you. You have my word. From now on, you will hear only truth.
Good.
Very well. But trust goes two ways. How do I know that I can trust you?
If I wanted you dead, you already would be.
Perhaps.
We've got this far without killing each other, so let's try keeping it that way.
That was remarkable.
That's some scary stuff. I mean, I guess what else are you gonna do with a dead head? Any other imagination I had for what he was doing with him wasn't really that much more savory of a prospect. But, I don't know. It seems weird that we could talk him down so easily from doing that. Did he actually give us the soup or what? I don't see any brain soup. Yeah, I don't think he actually gave it to us, unless it's, like, still there on the table. The fact that he was doing that in the middle of this camp, though, is kind of scary. Anybody could walk down here and see what he's doing with all them heads. And breads. I love how he served beer with it. It's weird that he's a bit of a gourmand, I guess. When he's just trying to get straight up, like, power and information from this. Oh well. Yeah, we talked him down from being a cannibal. Considering how much conviction he had in that going that route. It's kind of funny that we could talk him down so easily, but it's also, unfortunately, kind of a... It shows Pronobites, and this happens with a lot of developers, when they try to have, like, a moral quandary, but they try to have, like, a balanced path you can take with it. Like, they don't give you just a black and white choice, you know, do the right thing or do the wrong thing for power. They usually give you a middle ground that is, like, just all around a better option than either of those two. And unfortunately, that's kind of what they've done here. So we are able to avoid the really shocking issue of cannibalism for the sake of power by just finding something else. It seems like a really lazy cop-out, but that's what we got, so I guess we'll do that. In the meantime, we'll probably go kill that thingamajig. No, that's still there. The main entrance. Why is that name? Whatever, let's do this first. Oh, he's all the way in the Hort. At least he's easy to get to. I don't know if it is an option to still eat that stuff with Falk, but with Arcs, but it's making it seem like that's the case. So where is he exactly? Past the Armor Master, I guess. Oh, it's Conrad.
Oh, look who's here.
I've completed my work and brought you the pieces you require.
As I knew you would.
Have I completed my task?
Yes, Falk. Your work on this task is complete. It is time I told you something important.
I am ready to hear Kalan's words.
Hey, you said it right.
Traveling by order of a Legate.
I was. I will hear Kalan's words. 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 Words.
What?
Words. Words.
Enough.
Words.
What is wrong with him?
Isn't he a wonderful creature? He is my greatest invention, the pride of creation.
You created him?
Of course, he's my masterpiece. And with the components you've brought me, I will finish his upgrades.
What upgrades?
I will install these parts and make him better than before.
So, he's a robot.
Oh, much more than that. I am thankful to you for bringing him back. He has obviously chosen you as his companion. A friend. He gets more human every day. Of course, that is part of his programming. Wait here, and I will finish up with my work.
Falk,
Initializing.
is he all right?
You are beginning a new stage of evolution now. Go with your new friend. Learn about yourself. Your new routines should help you access the data that tells you what you are. Take good care of him, won't you?
Efficient. Successful. The clerics have achieved great things with the technology that was entrusted to them. To achieve in the years to come.
That explains the personality. I gotta be honest, that was a little surprising.
About Falk. Why did you build him?
Isn't it obvious? In a war, we need an army that doubles our fighting strength, but without the human cost. I mean, we have weapons, fighting machines, bots, but we still need a human presence. Replace those humans with a machine that thinks like you and me. And we can have war without casualties. We can secure Magellan for the future without the loss of lives.
Falk is more than a robot. He's a person.
That's my design in action. I used synaptic mapping to build his basic reactions and personality. It's all uploaded. It's fully adaptable, though. I can upgrade any element of his training, and anything he learns can be uploaded, sent out in a new body.
He can transfer to a new body.
His settings can. His experiences can. Then one soldier can teach the other. See? It's much better to lose circuits than flesh and blood. The aim was to test him to destruction. The finished production model comes next. I'll refine that based on what Falk learns.
Tested to destruction?
Is that not the definition of human life? Born, collect experience, tested to destruction.
That's somewhat of a fatalistic way to look at it, but not totally pessimistic, I suppose.
Life is a prison, and we all serve our time.
Okay, some random philosophy there.
How are you feeling?
My systems appear to be functioning correctly. I feel strong.
You didn't know that you're a machine?
No. I was aware of discrepancies in my behavior. Emotions, for instance. I don't experience them as others do. But I had observed that many people suffer from such issues. Though I do wonder if my reaction to this revelation is lacking in emotion. Or feeling something I must learn.
I was about to say that. It's almost like the Albs are, like, he's basically synthesizing Albs in a way.
You sound like an Alb.
That isn't accurate. No.
Well, I shouldn't have said that.
Their emotions. I wish to explore mine. They are losing theirs. I am developing mine. I hope I will function well. I cannot see how this revelation should impair me. On the contrary, I think being more informed should improve my capabilities.
I hope so. How are you doing, Falk?
I am finding both you and our experiences to be challenging.
You should go back to Origin.
Of course.
Alright, well, unfortunately I really upset him there. I'm actually considering... That was a kind of dumb option to choose. I don't know why I did, so... We're gonna redo that bit, just so I don't turn his... disposition towards me all the way down.
How?
No.
What do you think about your creator?
He is a genius, if a little peculiar in personality. I will admit that it was highly unsatisfactory not to have understood my true nature. I am pleased that I now do understand what I am. I hope I will function well. I cannot see how this revelation should impair me. On the contrary, I think being more informed should improve my capabilities.
I hope so. How are you doing, Falk?
Thank you. I'm starting to understand Magellan much more clearly now.
Alright, good to know.
You should go back to Origin.
Yes.
That was surprisingly excitable for his personality. But, oh well. That's that revelation in the bag.
Follow me.
Very well.
Arx has been surprisingly easy to keep his temperament towards us up. I didn't think he would get along with us too well because I've chosen to be more human than he thinks is, you know, effective. I guess we'll take him and we'll take out this Cyclops.
We shouldn't run
Forward.
into any Albs here.
Well, yeah, that's kind of the idea. This is a safe place. Stack these up. Alright, there we go. I haven't gotten too many of those map pieces, but I don't think it's that big a deal. I'm not much of a collector in these kind of games, so I'm not fussed if we don't get it all. So, I think we're gonna be looking down here. He said like the south of Tavar, right? Oh, okay. I actually remember where that is. We passed it, and I ignored it because I didn't really feel like fighting it. I actually think that Falk would be a really powerful partner now. I'm told that when you get through the companion quests, they get a huge boost in strength. So it might have been wise to take him with us, but... Oh, wow. There's a totally different Cyclops. Let's see how well we do against him. They fight just like the regular trolls. But I think he might have some other tricks. Man, that hitbox is just something rotten. Wow! That was incredible. I'm so pissed. How the fuck did he hit me with that? Oh, whatever. I'm not fucking fighting him again. I still got the other fucking one to deal with. That pisses me off. Attack speed. Resistance to bleeding. Alright, we're just going for the real one. We're not fighting that stupid one again. I don't know how the hell he hit me with that. That was bogus. Those fucking hitboxes on all their attacks are ridiculous. Okay, for some reason there is a teleporter here. Southern Cliffs. Seems like a random place for one of those. Yeah, fuck out. Fuck out of here. Fuck you. Now, how did you parry an attack that was going for him? Bitch. Oh, come on. I don't know where the hell Arx went. The hell took you so long? Chitin armor.
Discipline, Elex, and purpose matter. A minute with these outlaws will teach you it.
The hell was that? Oh, whatever. Probably nothing important, just some, like, scavenged materials. Well, there's the Cyclops in question. I don't know why he specifically is such an important one. Excuse me, important one.
Over there.
Is it really over there? Come on, you bitch. Okay, we need to kill these fast because we got Big Boy coming in hot. Okay, so let's try a few stims. Shit, I didn't realize there's another rot board. Okay. Arx is already down, so that's fantastic. Man, I'm not doing any melee damage to this asshole. I don't think it's even possible. Alright, let's try cheese strats. I don't even think this will be enough. That's not doing anything. This guy's like wicked tough. Alright, so we don't stand a chance against him. That's good to know. Fuck's sake. So, whatever. This isn't happening for a while. At least we got the teleporter, so next time we do this, we have a way to get here. Easily. So, well, with that being a waste of time, I'm going to pick up Kaya. And we're finally going to bite the bullet and join a faction. I thought I might dedicate an entire episode to it, but I've really got nothing else to do right now. I mean, there are some other odd quests, I guess. We haven't gotten anywhere with that because Ray isn't bringing up any new information. I don't know why that hasn't gone away. Since that's part of the cleric initiation, I think that might be why that's still there, and that's going to end up being like a failed quest. I still need to look for this asshole. Okay, so the other locations do show up on the map. I'm not gonna do that unless I get like really desperate. We're gonna see if I can find those on my own. We're not killing Stormson. We might steal that sword at some point, I don't know. That's gonna be resolved when we do this. I forgot about this. Why don't we just do that? Wrap that up. I keep forgetting about that. Possible Albs position. No, not the valley. Oh! Could these be the guys?
Such ugly buildings.
Wow. All those red dots startled me. Do I have that proper amulet on? Yeah, I do. There must be a lot of mutants abound. Okay, there's a troll. Let's not fight him. Okay, so I don't think the guys who went after us with the, like, flamethrowers and shit were the Separatists. They came storming out of that cave. Why don't we just go kill them? I'm sure we're capable of that now. What is this? Oh boy, I love spiders. Anything insectoid in this game is just my favorite. At least we can eviscerate them handily. Yeah, I want to know, those are probably just Reavers who came out of that cave. But because this is such an open area, I think they're going to be really hard to get to. What are these white dots? Why are they white? Oh, I think there might be some people fighting out here. Oh! Oh no, these are Albs. It's a lot of fucking Albs, in fact. Holy shit. Oh, the fire. That's one down. Bitches! You're not doing anything? Fine. See if I care. Clearing the forest. I don't know who gave us that quest. I don't think anyone did. But it's done. Might have just been one of those ones you stumble on and there's no actual quest giver. But hey, we did it. We also leveled up. And I gotta figure out how I'm gonna spend these points, because anything beyond this suddenly jumps up to 5 points. I thought 2 was a big leap. I expected it to go up to 3, but I think they're trying to avoid the problem that a lot of their older games had, where you end up getting like experience points and upgrades at a rapid rate. So I think they're just trying to head that off by making sure things got wicked expensive once you were higher rank or higher level. So whatever, it's what they're doing. Actually, now that I think of it, we are going to need a lot of cunning for the Berserker spells. I perused them a while ago. So unfortunately we have to throw down on that. We haven't really been developing it in that way, but that's what we're going for. I already know what's going to happen here. So I could get him before he got that hit off. Oh my god, and his combo started. At least he wasn't going for me, otherwise he might have actually gotten me. I don't know why the arachnid creatures in this game have such wicked combo potential. There's really no defending against it. It's like you can dodge one attack, but they're just coming back with another. Like their AI does not hesitate. Like some enemies, when you dodge, they'll postpone their next attack. Like they won't combo it. Okay, this is a dead world heart. Maybe this is one that just got way too big and kind of became part of the environment. Still seems to be doing its thing. Life is thriving around it, but there's no golden whisper on top, unfortunately. Super rare plants that I'm still not sure what they do. Okay, so let's see what these Separatists are all about. God, you're disgusting.
Not another step if you value your life.
I value it.
Commander Jax, they said you were dead. Executed.
They tried. They failed.
And so you live. So you're still Commander Jax, Albs servant of the hybrid? Or has a near-death experience brought you to your senses?
I am not an enemy of the Separatists.
No? Then why are you here? It looks like you're no longer taking Elex. But does that mean you've joined the fight against Zakor?
Yes, the Albs must be stopped.
So, you've swapped sides too. But just because you're free doesn't mean you're not a threat. 5 minutes with the free people teaches you that emotions don't make people less dangerous. Strange, isn't it? On this side, free from Elex and from control. And where you've gone, some of us are trying to follow. We want to be free from Elex, eventually. We want to stop the Ice Palace from making a mistake.
How did you escape from the other Albs?
We didn't set out to become Separatists. We were part of a commando unit. Our mission hit problems and we were cut off from Zakor. After a while, we began to run out of supplies, including Elex. It wasn't long before we started to dream, to feel. Elixir Parsec noticed it first. He sent out patrols to locate possible sources of Elex, but it was too late. Eventually, our unit got round the enemy and returned to Zakor. But we had changed. We realized we wanted to think. We no longer wanted to be controlled by the Alb directive.
What happened?
We escaped and made it out here. We knew Parsec and the other Elexitors would see it as treason, but we had already seen too much without Elex to blind us. The Albs are bringing about their own downfall. They're slaves with Elex there to control them. Escaping and joining the Separatists was the only logical course of action. In order to save the Albs, the Elexitors must resign, and the old directive must be followed. I still believe the Albs can become more than we are. But we can't do it alone, and we can't save this planet by subjugating and killing everyone else.
What do you think of the Free People?
There must be another way to get Elex than to extract it from living people. Well,
We think that the Albs will win someday. But what then? What happens when there is no more Elex? What happens when we have used all the resources? We fear that that could mean the downfall of us all.
Now, that's interesting, because he just said he wanted to be free from Elex, and now he's humoring how they can get more of it in a less destructive manner. But maybe he's just musing from the perspective of an Alb and not from his own intentions.
You really want to give up Elex?
Yes, we don't want to poison ourselves anymore. We still take it, but we control it. It doesn't control us.
You really think you're in control?
Would I speak out against the Elexitors if it wasn't true? We're helping each other. We're keeping our strength and our free will.
Keep taking Elex, and the free people will see you as Albs.
The outlaws have their Kens, their Berserkers, their mana. How can this be seen as different? They can accept it. They must. It is in their best interests. But how are we to persuade them if we can't get you on our side? Are we able to trust you?
I don't owe the Elexitors anything.
You doubt their motives. Death will do that to a man. To a man. If that's what we both are now.
Can't you give up Elex if it would help you join another faction?
It is for each Alb to decide. And for now, we have decided to take it. We have to stand by their decision. We are free people now, and won't replace one ruler with another.
When did you last see Elexiter Calyx?
A long time ago. You both were on the battlefield fighting the free people.
What have you been doing here in Edan?
Hiding from the Albs, hiding from the free people, and wondering what will become of us. And we do it with fear. For the first time, we do it with fear.
Fear of what?
Death, mortality, of the guilt that comes from remembering the things we've done. Some of us weren't born Albs. They are having it easier than those who were. But with that fear comes something else. Hope. Hope that our freedom means something. But unless we can find people, free people, who will work with us, then we don't stand a chance.
I could speak to the Berserkers.
Is there a Berserker you can trust? Someone who would work with us? If there is, please, talk to them for us. You know what we can do. Persuade them that they need us on their side, that we can help. We seek an alliance, not a fight.
What would you want in return?
To be treated like the other free people. The clerics have fought wars with the Berserkers, but they still speak to them. Some of them must understand that we deserve a chance. For that, we will work with them to stop the rule of Zakor.
If you say so. The Berserker Hakan sent me to speak to you.
Hakan? What does he have to say?
Hakan says you killed his men.
There's a truth in that. We killed Berserkers in the battle before we changed. It was a massacre, in truth. One ordered by Zakor. But we are not who we once were. We are no longer Albs who blindly follow the word of the Elexitors. We have to convince him of that. We will find a way to pay reparation for what we did. And we can start by offering a hand in the alliance. If Hakan will offer us a haven here, the protection of a truce, we will fight against our common enemy. But he must do it soon. Zakor is preparing to move against us. Soon, the Elexitors may kill us for him.
You're being hunted by Albs?
Parsec has sent a special forces unit to find us. They outnumber us, and they're better armed. Our old comrades are out to kill us.
I took care of the Albs that were hunting you.
You took them on? On your own? Then we're
That weren't that hard.
The Albs made the mistake of trying to kill you. Who would have thought that we would fight shoulder to shoulder as defectors?
There. I think I found those Albs.
Yeah, I did. And I killed him. We established that. Why are you commenting on that now? Nothing terribly exciting there. Alright, well, I don't know if we're going to convince Hakan
We'll talk later, yeah?
to be peaceful with these people. But maybe once we are a Berserker, That'll work out. Let's see what we can do.
Baker.
I found the Albs.
So, they are scouting those locations. They must be planning another attack. Did you kill the scouts? Or are you here to ask for help?
I spoke with them.
To the Albs? And you're still alive? No, you're full of shit. Albs don't speak to anyone.
They're Albs Separatists. They don't take orders from Zakor.
Separatists? What are you talking about?
The Separatists don't want to fight you. You should talk to them. They're good fighters looking for allies to bring down the Elexiters.
Allies? This stinks of a trap.
It's no trap. They want your help. They're fighting the Albs to put an end to the bloodshed, to get rid of the Elexiters.
You're serious? Albs that want to fight Albs? Well, if they want to give up the fight, then it is my job to give them a welcome. Tell me where you found them.
This is dangerous. He might be pulling a fast one on us. He's gonna go there with a squad and kill him. I'm afraid.
They're to the west, where you said they would be.
I'll send a few men to these Separatists to see what their intentions really are. If they're lying, they will pay with their lives. But if they're telling the truth, then maybe we Berserkers have found the allies we need to defeat the Albs. Here, take this as payment for your help.
You did well.
Okay, let's see the outcome of that. Kaya seems to appreciate the idea. Well, let's go see how that really turned out. You kidding? That thing coming after us? It is. Fuck. Shit. And they're dead. Son of a bitch. I knew this was gonna happen.
Did you kill the Separatists here?
Separatists? Albs are Albs. They gave up their right to life. When they came to steal our lands. When they built those monstrous converters on our soil and fed our people to them. You think we should allow that? Those bastards deserve nothing but death.
I knew that was gonna happen. God damn it. Fuck you. I'm not rolling with that. Since I saw that coming and knew that was the outcome, I'm not gonna stick with that decision. I gotta try and figure out another way to deal with this.
I'm not telling you.
You want me to trust you, but you won't trust me. You're hiding those Albs, and the only reason to do that is if you're bullshitting me. Why don't
You're the
you go
bullshitter.
back to your new friends? That way we can deal with you all together. Get out of Goliet before I decide you deserve worse than exile. I'll get you, asshole.
Well, that's it. That sucks. Really is no good outcome there, is there? Ooh. He confiscated an Alb weapon? I'm curious. I'm surprised nobody raised a fuss about us killing him. I mean, he did strike first, so... Oh, it's gone. What was this one? Shards are for a very special place in the mountains. Pay the innkeeper well. You'll have to find the entrance by yourself. Don't tell your father. What? What's that all about? Well, he's dead as fuck. Guess there is no good outcome to that. I mean, I could have gone to him and, like, had him explain himself, but the Separatists were already dead, so... What are you gonna do? I'm gonna keep Stormson's fate kind of on the hush with Angrim. I don't want to mess around with that too much. Well, we might as well tell Akira about him. God, that sucks that I couldn't actually do anything, but... I mean, I guess it's realistic. He had such a hatred for Albs and everything that... That's just what he was gonna do. I knew it was coming, but I wanted to give it a shot.
What you're saying.
Stormson is alive and well.
Where is he?
The clerics helped him escape.
Then he really won't be able to return here. I hope he finds peace with them.
Stormson can't return. He said I could have his things.
Well, he didn't own much, and most of it was taken by Angrim's men. I did find a few shards he had stashed away. Here, take them, as thanks for your news.
Hey, not a bad payday there, I guess.
All technology is assigned to the past. Take it.
I mean, I guess we're just gonna have to let those guys hear the bad news that they're not finding any peace. I mean, maybe with Hakan out of the way, we can get somebody more reasonable to deal with him, but the quest completed, so I think that's pretty much the end of it. It's weird how, like, when the quest log moves to the completed category, it doesn't update to really give you an idea what you did. A little bit annoying. Alright, sorry, but you're stuck here.
I spoke with the Berserker Hakan.
And? What answer do you bring?
None. I lied and kept your offer from him.
But why?
Hakan
That wasn't
wants
true.
Revenge for the deaths of his men, and I fear nothing I say will change his mind.
He can't see past the blood that was spilled, and it seems we may have to fight to be recognized. Very well. So be it.
What exactly are you planning?
We aren't the only ones to leave Zakor. There are more Separatists here. We're gathering all we can find. Once we're a large enough force, then maybe we can make the free people listen. Well, loyalty should be rewarded. We defectors have to stick together. Don't get caught, Commander.
I'm no commander. Alright, we are building up a nice retirement fund at least. Oh well, that's it. Ladies and gentlemen, I think we're just gonna bite the bullet now. I didn't expect that to really turn out to be as long of a thing as it was. But that's just what happened. I'm worried that Ragnar will have something to say about us killing Hakan, though. But I'd rather keep Nezor alive. He might have something interesting to do later. I feel like Hakan would just be a dick for the remainder of the game, with nothing else to really do for us. So I think we may have made the right choice.
I have brought you a report from another city.
Yes? Which city did you go to?
I went to the fort.
Good.
And tell me your report on the outlaws.
The fort is well prepared for defense. They're not lacking weapons, and they seem determined to keep what they have.
And their state of mind? I'd hoped the outlaw problem would solve itself by them tearing themselves apart.
They have similar numbers of people to you. It's true that they don't all agree, but their leader, the Duke, seems to have the outlaws under control.
Then I will need to think again about Tavar. I was hoping that they'd implode, leaving us with one less threat. But it seems we may not be so fortunate. Tavar is always safer when it's fighting itself. It leaves them less energy for fighting us. Thank you for your report.
I visited the Horde in Ignadon.
The Horde? Stronghold of our old enemy. So, tell me about their strength.
They're prepared, well-disciplined, and they're developing new weaponry. But they are short on manpower.
I had heard they were recruiting. How are their forces distributed?
Their attention is focused largely on the Albs, but they haven't forgotten the other factions. I think their main concern is being attacked if they decide to take on the Albs.
At least they seem to have recognized who their real enemy is. Thank you for your report.
It's about as straightforward as it gets.
What contact do the Berserkers have with the other factions?
The Albs want no contact but that of war and conflict. Perhaps the Separatists will be more open to conversation, but trust will be hard. We have maintained conversations with the clerics, but the peace that has strained since our last war has never held easy. The outlaws, well, they have no true leader and no true cause. Any dealings with them are dealings with individuals. It's self-evident that the paths of all the factions will cross, and that conflict is likely.
Why are the factions fighting?
Ah, that's a question we all ask. How could healing the planet not aid us all? But for the Albs, Elex comes before anything. The clerics worship their god and their machines, and do not trust nature. While the outlaws see only profit and pleasure today, with no interest in tomorrow. And so we come into conflict, and the world burns when it could heal. If we can plant more world hearts in Tavar or Abessa, then we could give all the soil there new life too. But the other factions don't see it that way. They fear the changes we bring.
Do you know that for sure? Have you spoken to the other factions?
Spoken, no. But we sent men to establish world hearts in Abessa and Tavar. And they have been attacked almost constantly. In fact, their reports are overdue. You came to us from beyond our walls. If you know your way across these lands, could you go to the world hearts and see what happened to our men?
Pretty sure I've been to them all.
I will look for your men in Tavar and Abessa.
Thank you. It's time that we learn their fates. You ensure you're properly equipped before you go. It isn't a short journey, and the way will be difficult.
I have news from the other regions.
Oh? What is it?
Your outpost in Tavar was attacked by outlaws.
You've seen this for yourself? Or did you hear about it from your friends? Speak up now. Has the World Heart survived?
It was destroyed.
And our men?
All dead. None survived.
Then the Duke must pay for this in blood. Blood and profit are the only things these outlaws understand. Here. You have earned this as payment for your news. This should at least cover the supplies it took to bring me this information.
Well, we dealt with the murderers themselves, at least. Well, there really only was one left, but he's eating dirt now, so...
I met Thorgal in Abessa.
You did? And what news? Is he well? Is the World Heart established?
The World Heart has survived, but it is...
What does the cultivator there say about this?
The cultivator was killed.
Then replacing him must be my first priority. I will send reinforcements and a cultivator to Abessa to ensure our World Heart survives. In any case, thank you for this report. Take this as payment.
You have your reports.
It is not an easy quest that our forefathers have given us. But by the Pilgrim, we will see Amrek's dream become real. As he belted down from desert to forest, so shall we continue his work until all Nagaland is cleansed of Elex and grows pure again.
All right.
Allow my support.
Ooh.
Someone wants to steal Eric Eisenfaust's sword.
There are many people who want to steal it, but the sword is perfectly secure.
Are you certain of that?
Eisenfaust's sword is one of our most precious artifacts. Of course I'd keep it secure. It's irreplaceable.
How am I doing?
Do you ask me that expecting to receive my pledge? You are responsible for the death of a citizen of Goliet. You're lucky anyone here is still willing to give you a chance. You have passed Angram's test. That stands you in good stead. You helped protect the seedlings from mutants. Born was grateful for the help you gave him with the harvest. He has spoken up for you. Yara says you didn't acquire the converter parts he needed. That was a missed opportunity.
But I have somebody else get him.
Failed to help him deal with an outlaw he was worried about. My wife doesn't trust you. That doesn't give me confidence in your motives for being here. It's best we forget the situation with Hakan quickly. It was unhelpful for you. You helped Eardor. Something we neglected to do. The men at the Mana Shrine informed me the stolen Elex was returned. And that was your doing. You must do more if you want to fit in here. Earn those pledges, and you will earn my approval.
Sweet Jesus. Are you kidding?
You shouldn't rely on machines.
Are you kidding? I can't join? There's like nothing left to do. Nothing good, anyway. Are you fucking kidding me? I'm like so pissed. I thought all we needed to do were those damn reports. I didn't know we had to deal with all this shit.
You should talk to someone else. I can't help you.
What the hell else do I do? Shh, son of a bitch. I'm like so mad right now. God, are you kidding? Do I actually have to kill Stormson? I'm gonna save this? I don't know if that's enough.
Stormson has joined the clerics.
Then all doubt is gone. He was a traitor. It is as well he was stopped. I hope you warned him what will happen when justice finds him.
I'm not here to serve you.
It is easy to have sympathy for traitors if you haven't watched their friends die as a result of their treachery. This man was made welcome here. He was given tasks suited to who he was. Yet he chose to break the law. Let his fate stand as a lesson before you choose to defy the word of a warlord.
Okay, I know you still don't think that even helped. Fuck. I'm so mad. I don't know what the hell I'm gonna do to, like, save this. If I can't do this, then I have to join somebody else, and I never wanted to do that. I wanted to do the fucking Berserkers with the magic and shit. That is infuriating.
Teach.
There's gotta be something I can still do. I cannot imagine that they made me go through all that just to fucking shove me off now.
These seedlings.
God, I gotta figure this out, so I'm, have a good night.
Put that weapon up.
Put that weapon away. Get him!
Out! Judgment has been passed. You don't have a choice. Your offenses are run, and a bounty will be placed on your... I reckon... Now...
About my...
Do you have... For that... You are free to go and make...
About...
You...
You had the Separatists killed instead of negotiating with them?
The only good Alb is a dead Alb. And they're the only ones you can trust. You have a problem with that?
That was probably the correct decision.
There's no way I was risking more Berserker lives to save some damned Albs. You can't trust an Alb. We should not rely...
About... How am I doing?
You have born... Or my... You helped for that. The men at the map. All told, I am pleased with you. You have done a lot to help the people here. You have earned a just reward.
Just where did you get all these shards from, Ragnar?
My magic warlord's hat. You never did understand the skills and responsibilities of leadership, Gaia. Take your reward, and be satisfied you earned it. You have proved a friend to the Berserkers. I think you should consider joining us. Think about it. Maybe someday, when you're ready, we will teach you about our magic.